This might give somebody a heart palpitation. Hey guys, Wheatywaffle here today, and we are back in City Skylines 2 in our city of Lethe, and the Economy 2.0 patch is out. This patch does a ton of stuff. Because I record things in advance, because I don't have time to just kind of record every day, I'm 2 weeks behind. I mean, I guess like from your perspective, I'm 2 weeks behind because I'm sure everybody else has already put out videos about Economy 2.0. So you've already seen what's going on with that. So I'm not going to be putting out a video about Economy 2.0 because you're going to just see the impacts of it in our city pretty quickly here. We finished off the last part with no traffic issues, and now there are, well, this is just an accident. This person, a city car, just landed in someone's backyard. That is, wow, what a crazy accident. I will say, oh my God, they do go around. Wow. That's pretty fantastic. And there's another accident. How did y'all get in an accident? This sedan was like, screw this bike. We're over it. All right, well, guys, drive safer. Y'all need to go to driving school. Okay, so here's all I know. I got on here briefly just to see like what was gonna break the moment that Economy 2.0 came out, and I only played for a few minutes. I didn't save what I did. I was just kind of putzing around, and I noticed that we do end up having a massive death wave across the city. That is supposed to happen with this Economy 2.0 patch. The purpose of that is to kind of stagger your residents' like lifespans, so that in the long run, you're not getting what used to happen in City Skylines 1, where you would just have these death waves every 2 or 3 years, and all these people would die, and then you would have to move everybody back in, and it just became a whole shebang. And then 2, I've also noticed that we do have a massive hit to our income. When I was just like kind of test playing, our monthly balance went down to about plus or minus like 5.5 million. So like not a problem. But this does change, and it will take some time to take effect. And you will notice we do have this tile upkeep monthly expense now, which we did not have before. But essentially all the tiles outside of the main 9 tiles that we have purchased, which has been a few, all of those tiles count towards this tile upkeep. So we can already start waiting for hearse. We've got the need for an ambulance. Hearse. There's gonna be a lot of that happening throughout this whole episode. I want to do something completely unrelated to the economy. So there's going to be a lot of symbols popping up around us. We're not going to be able to do anything about that. We're just going to have to let it happen. But I really enjoyed kind of tearing down this section of Manor Acres and redeveloping it so that it could incorporate a train station. As of right now, there are 25 passengers waiting. This is the R3. Let's just pause, click on this train. We have 12 people plus 1 dog on there right now. Are people getting on or off? It looks like people are getting on. Tony Emerson. Oh. I did not know they made noises. Oh my God. Well, now we have 27 people. 20... So I can go to 28? Well, I definitely just saw someone else get on, so get it right here, game. But so it's doing its thing. We've got people on R1 to Chester, R3 to Lake East. And I really like the way those turned out. And it made me think that I kind of want to go ahead. Is there another accident over here, or are these the same ones? Is this car in another... Wow, this is wild. I've never gotten to see this like actually work, but I'm happy that it is. Focus up, Wheaty here. Let's get into it. I want to do some work on our highways. If you notice here, the highways are separate, and then they end up joining together here for this bridge. I think it's time to take this highway and split it into 2 lanes all the way down and around and over to the Jurors Divide at a minimum. I think right here we will reconnect into 1 lane highway, but for now, or excuse me, one kind of, I guess 1 lane. It's not 1 lane, it's 4 lanes, 1 unit highway. 2 roads, 1 road highway. I don't know. But I would like to change this whole highway so that it is divided into 2 separate roads. And then I would also like to rework this intersection because, as you can tell, it's not doing great. It's not doing great.
Not well.
That highway needs to be reworked. And additionally, we need to do a little bit of work here. We're getting some traffic here because people are trying to all go around this tiny roundabout to go straight to then get on Briar Rose Highway and then grab a hook on a Grove Highway. So I think, whoopsie, I think there's something we can do there to fix that up for sure. But in the meantime, hold on real quick. Let's switch over. Also, this is new where you can like now select all styles, which is interesting. It's a bit confusing, but it's not bad per se. It's just I am confused by it. We're gonna go ahead and just fill in a ton of high density and maybe some medium density as well. I kind of like just doing that. That's fine with me. Just to kind of get this little area filled in, I think that would be nice. You have no road access. You put your own building there. You built this. If this building does not have access to the road, you need to address that when you plan the building and build it. I have no power over that. All right, so here, yeah, that death wave is really starting. So here's what we're gonna do. We have another entrance into the city with this highway. We have another entrance into the city with this highway. We're gonna get real crazy here. And I'm just gonna straight up delete the highway. It's just gonna be deleted. There's gonna be no highway. And we're gonna regret this for sure. But for now, it's worth it. Right here. I think this is where we will reconnect into a one. I don't know what the word is. Like, what am I trying to describe here? One road highway with 4 lanes? I guess that's what this is. I'm splitting the highway into 2. Okay. Now, this should be relatively simple because we can do this in a parallel mode. So we can take elevation parallel mode. Let's decrease that. Is that putting them closer together? Let's even back it up further. Back both of these up. I think there we go. So we can even just do this as parallel, which is a new tool that comes with City Skylines 2, which I do have to say, big fan of, because this was always something you wanted to do in the old game that you weren't able to do freely. So let's go ahead and send this up to 7.5 since we know that 7.5 is kind of the magical height we need here. And I'm going to try to do all of this with no anarchy. Not a single bit. I want this to be at 180, but like right there. So we'll double click that there. Go ahead and turn this highway here and we back this up. This, if we can go over, which it looks like we can, I want to take this to here. Maybe I don't. Hold on. I want this to go kind of that direction. So we want it to really go here. Can I lower this a bit? Auto save. Okay. That's pretty good. I basically want this to go straight on over. Right there we do get the crossover, which is perfect. What we can do is we can now add an additional connection here, which did not exist to us before. Oh, actually no, we can't. Because that's not up high enough to get that connection. Okay, so this is actually going to change once more. For the first time in forever, I actually want a bridged section on stilts or on supports. We're going to send this road basically to there somehow. We just kind of have to get around those support beams there. We could just come straight on in. There's not a lot of traffic here. This 2-way now connects over, which I think gives a bit better connection for, what is this, Grove Crest, I believe? So now Grove Crest has a direct connection into Hawthorne Heights, which I think is fantastic. Death Wave is still moving. Population. Okay, let's see. Birth rate 415, death rate 322. Moved in, moved away. There is a good number of jobs and a good number of people employed, but the unemployment's actually dropping. And I think that's probably coming because people are dying, which I guess it's solving another problem. So keep doing what you're doing, y'all. All right, let's see if we can figure out an easy way to connect these up. I think we turn off the parallel roads tool at this point, and we take this down to the ground. What is our slope on that? 8.3. I'm fine with an 8.3. Doesn't bother me all that much. Okay, and then if we were to start here where we hit the ground, curve at that endpoint, and just try to like connect in somewhere, right? And we go like this, curve at that endpoint, but bring it out. That works fine. Now the benefit of this, actually, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do this a bit differently. Back up one more time. I know we thought we had it, we didn't, because this is actually gonna come in here to here. This is gonna come up to here. Back this up. This is going to go into here. No, it's not. It's going to go like this, and then it's going to curve and go in like this. And the reason for that is because now that these are separate, we can upgrade this segment to a 3-lane road, giving a dedicated lane for the turnoff, which we love to see. I actually think I want this to get a bit closer. Okay, so now we have a dedicated merge lane, which is great. And then for here, we're going to kind of do the same. I'm going to turn off all the snap twos, start curving here, and then just connect it up and in and see what we get. I mean, right there works. This just needs to be reworked. That little piece is just really strange. Okay, so now if you're looking down this direction, there's a little bit of a weave here. That's fine. Eventually all that's gonna have to change too, but for now we do have this reconnected to the main highway. I'm struggling to connect this up, and it's just like kind of driving me bonkers. All right, I need to get you to there. How do I get you over to the other side? I just don't understand what you want. Like, I could send you straight down and that's fine, but it just makes this obnoxious intersection, and that's not what we want. Unless we like lean in to this intersection being a much bigger thing, but I wanted to do this like somewhat on the small here. I didn't want it to be crazy. I would love to have a road, like, can I get you to come from here underneath this somehow? Like, that does go underneath. So now, is my goal to connect? Is my goal to connect this to here? Oh my god, stop. It's called Chester Highway. That I love, because we now have a place called Chester that we connect to. So like that works great. But that's not where the traffic is coming from. But hold on, we're onto something. Mainly the traffic is coming from these people trying to get over to this side of the city. So I think what I have to do is I think I need to build a road here that goes underneath somehow. Put this at a 10. Put this at a 0. Can you go anywhere under here? Okay, fine. Then let me do the alternative. This is at a 0. Let me send you underneath to there. Okay. I do think I want this to be a bit nicer. Like, it just isn't nice. We want this to go to, like, here-ish, and then this to go to, like... Why? Like, oh, my God. Okay. Okay. Send you over. Let's go here. That's 45. That's 48. Then I'm going to want to do something similar where this is going like rounds about-ish 45. That's 48. Can we go to 45? Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. No, turn all the snap twos back on. Flip this around. Flip that around. It's aggressive. It's aggressive, for sure. It definitely blocks this side, these poor people. But, it allows for the main area where we're having people coming into the city to filter off in advance. Okay, hold on. I've got an idea. All right, I'm hitting my stride, he says preemptively before proving anything. I mean, it's something else. It's nothing if it's not unique. It's unique, for sure. It's not bad. It's just different. It's new. New things take time to get cool with. Okay, so now... How is this what I have to show for all of this recording? We're going to remove all the crosswalks there. You guys cannot turn to the left. You have to go that way. There's no other way for you to go. This avenue though is going to be upgraded into a threefer so that there's a dedicated lane for those turning this way. This guy, I actually kind of just want to upgrade this to 6 lanes, but then again, with there not being a light over here, I don't think. Is there a light here? Turn it off. They have to merge into you. Like, you gotta just make that happen. You gotta tell them, you're merging into us. Get out of the way. Wide sidewalks are fine. I don't want you parking on here. Like this section of the road, there's no excuse for you to be parking there. So now you can turn out here, or you can take this long highway to come over to here, which would then send you over to here. Okay, it's all coming together because what's going to happen is this is going to become, it's going to work. Fine. If you want to do that, go for it. I'm not going to fight you. All right, so then this is also going to come off the highway here and curve in like this. Auto save. Except for that looks really bad. But hold on. Hold on. It might get better here in a second. Upgrade this to a 3-lane so that we have a slip lane that comes off. Upgrade this into a 2-lane so that overlapping invalid shape. We'd have to shuffle them over a bit. I'm not as keen on that. But I think if we scoot that guy down... and maybe scoot this guy over some. It's just the way this is connecting in is just not working right. Like it just looks absolutely horrible. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not bad. That looks better. That looks better. This is going to be such a difficult episode for me to edit because I just keep whispering to myself about how bad things look And whenever I whisper to myself, it always makes editing much harder. There's a really, really unfortunate bump there that we're not going to solve today. Okay, so now. We need to change up this a little bit in that there should not be any stop signs there. There should not be any crosswalks on this road. And you guys can't turn to the left. You guys can only go right. When you go right, though, there's really not enough lanes to satisfy what you need. So what we're going to do here is upgrade this like this. And you guys now have more lanes than before. Better yet, what if I just gave you like all the lanes that you could ever dream of? Like that. Yeah. Because then we now have an exit. You can come off this highway and come down and get off, or you can come down this highway and get off, going this way. If you wanted to get off and go that way, you're at the moment screwed. We'll figure out how to do that in a second. If you're coming this way, you can get on the highway. Now you need to find a way to get onto this other side of the highway. That I don't think is as big of a concern in that, like, I don't think that many people are doing that, but they probably are. Now I got to figure out how to do that. This is kind of gnarly though. I'm stalling because I don't know what to do. I could take you guys off and have you go up this way. Then the question is, like, how do I satisfy the people wanting to come this direction and over? I think I know what to do. Okay. Hold on. Looking pretty phenomenal. And so, just like that, he became a highway wizard. Yo, a wizard heavy. Can we do that? Is that like really dumb to do? It's not really dumb. It's really unkind to the eyes in so many ways. But I think it's okay. I think what we do is this. We do this, right? And then we do, so make that into a 3 and a 4 laner. But then we upgrade this into a 2-laner, so that's going to take 2 of those lanes off of here. I don't know where these people are waiting. Oh, I just kicked them all out of their house. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now that's not terrible. 2 lanes plus a new 1 lane, and then this over here becomes 2 lanes going that way, and then 2 lanes for the exit. One of them, you have this crazy windy little curve moment, and that's okay, but then you go straight and you can come around and get on this highway. Now what I need to do is get you to connect up to this. There's gotta be a better, more visually pleasing way to accomplish the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. I'm not in the position to tell you what that more visually pleasing way of doing this is. Eventually, though, I'm going to figure it out. And when I do, it's over for you suckers. All right, we want to go here. Bam. And then this is going to, this is why we separated these things. It's going to turn into a 4-lane for a second, which then is going to turn into a 3-lane to then connect back up and be awesome in its own right. This road needs to go. This road needs to go, because what I want to have happen here is I need this all to be raised. We are pausing this section. I know the controversy. Let's see if we can use this. No, we can't. If I delete that, and then I take this road and we just go from here straight on over to here, I'm liking the extra connections. And so I'm trying to figure out how I make those a reality for this city, because I think we do need just a few extra connections. There we go. Okay. Unpause. So now... All right, now if I'm going down Olive Highway, I can take this, the tiny little loopy on Foggy, and get onto Lake Street going to the right. If I continue along on Garnet Highway underneath and go straight, I can get over to this side of Lake Street feeding to the left. That's awesome. I've satisfied both directions here. If I turn this way, I can get off of Sunny Highway here and go over here. However, I can still not get off of this side of Amity and get over onto Lake. Crap. How do I make that happen? I think I'm losing my mind. I think what we do, I don't know. All right, this side, if I'm here, I can take this slightly aggressive hill, which I gotta fix up some of the angles and snapping here. But I can get off of here and I can go up Garnet Highway onto Amity Highway, which is great. And if I'm going this way, I can go left or right. This is the only direction. Well, this also I can't go. If I'm going down this road, I have no way to get onto Olive. I'd have to come down here and do a little turnaround. What's that? That's just that. What if we accepted this? Why would that not work? Like, what's wrong with you, Florence? What's your problem? Do you have bus stops? You do, don't you? You have bus stops. That's why. We're still missing some connections. So, Amity, you somehow need to get over there. This road is doing that? Okay. It's gonna get spaghetti in here, people. It's gonna get spaghetti. All right, we are gonna try to make this happen. If I were to take this, lower it down one to there. Lower it down one to here. Lower it down one to kind of like there. You know what? Let's do it this way. Back this all up. Turn everything off except for a snap to existing geometry, just so that we snap correctly to some of these roads here. If we were to bring this out and then bring it down a little bit, it does work there. Can we go on a second one? It's only a -4 rotation. That's fine. Or excuse me, grade. So we're going to bring this to here. You got to go slow. I mean, it's a tight intersection, but it will work. Then bring it out here. What are you running into? There's nothing there. Oh, go down to the ground. Excuse me, that was my bad. Kind of curve back in and come out. Okay, it's a spaghetti junction up in here, but the spaghetti, it's working. It tastes delicious. All right, now we've got a 3-laner again. So we have the slip lane taking us off, onto this other very exciting and extravagant road. I did have this as a asymmetrical 3-4. I think we just go ahead and make this a full-on 4-4 if we can. 8-lane divided, 6-lane one way, 7-lane one way. I think we just do 8-lane divided right here, right now. In this place. We set this up just like this. Bam. Those people are... Let's talk about resilience. They have rebuilt those houses 11 times, it feels like, at this point. All right, now we do want to turn off all of this and just kind of shuffle this so that it doesn't do that weird clip moment there. I can't see what she looks like underneath, but I know in my spirit it's off 100%. There we go. And now we've got to just kind of retrofit everything here to not look so janky. Now that makes that look a little strange. So that means that this one, I think, has to bump out. And then bump over. And bump back in. That's fine. I'm fine with that. There's a little bit of a little bit of movement. That's just how I feel with this. This is like, I mean, it's like a brain puzzle. It's crazy. We could do it this way, where there's an expansion for you to continue going straight. Wow, that is so crooked. Don't look at it too close. It hurts the eyes. Oh my god. I should have stopped while I was ahead. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. So these guys go this way. This is a crazy intersection. There's got to be a better way. You can tell I've taken a long break from City Skylines 1 because I haven't gotten far enough in this game on my own personal builds to need to build intricate intersections, and it's a skill that you foster for sure. And like these brain puzzles. Okay, so Emerson Highway, and then on the fact that they just changed their names. Emerson Highway can go to the left and it can go now to the right with this extra little forestry loopy-loop. And then if I switch to this one, you can go to the left or the right, but you can't go to the left here. But if you were to come down this way and we were to get really, really, really cheeky with it, what we would do to solve this problem is we would move your bus lines to here, and then we would take this bus to here and this bus to here, and then we would delete this, and then we would click on this and we would go like that, and we would just leave it alone. Because fast forward times 3, how's that look? It's working great. That works awesome. There's no issue with that massive roundabout whatsoever. This is a monstrosity. But it's kind of good. I'm also really tired of the rain. It's really got to stop raining. So I guess now if you want to go on the highway to go to the left or the right in this scenario and you're coming down, you would come down Lake Street, you would loop around the roundabout, and then you would jump over here to go onto Olive Highway. Whereas if you want to go on Emerson, you just kind of pop on over this way. I swear for a while this was called Grove, and then I think it was called Chester, and now we've got Garnet and Foggy and Forest and Sunnyside and Amity, which I thought maybe something else was Amity for a while, but now it's not. I have no freaking clue. We did, though, add a second connection into here. Now that we solved that, I do want to do a few more things here. So we had some kind of interchange here. At this point, I don't even remember what it looked like. I think that it wasn't a complete interchange in that you couldn't get everywhere from this section, but that was kind of, I think, part of the charm. This goes down 10 units, which I think is a bit too much. Let's send that down to here. And then we're going to send this kind of around to connect into this guy here. And then it's going to go straight in and go like this. For this one, we're anarchying it. I don't frankly care. That's just going to connect in like that with anarchy. Turn off anarchy. All right, so that's kind of what we had there before. And then I think we also had maybe a way of connecting into this, which is why this was that 4-laner. I'm remembering. So this will connect in. I think what we could do is this. Put this guy on the ground. Turn all this off except for this. Send this straight in. Then take this, go straight on over, connect it in, and then take this and come straight on out, throw on that anarchy, and connect that in. I mean, you go right through you can't do that. That's not okay. Guys. Anarchy's still on, which is fine. It's just fine. Why is that doing that? Alright, let's do this. Let's, can we change this to be not that? I don't know if we can. I also think this is the wrong road for this. We actually want this to be this. Offset it. you got to cross over a little bit extra, but that's okay because that's valuable, because now what we can do is we can cross this in before you get to that weird, yeah. I guess that one lane runs into it. You didn't see that. You didn't see it. We'll fix that later. Don't worry. I will correct that. Then this will come off this way. Do I want to have slip lanes for this? Probably not. I don't know if they're necessary. I think it's probably fine. All right, so now we have an entrance and exits just to this side here. We do have an entrance to this side. We could also, I guess, make this an exit as well. This has kind of become like the semi-main road here, but what we could do, we also removed this one, but what we could do is we could change this by doing this, removing Lilac Street entirely. That just has to go. You can go as well, and so can you. You guys can rebuild. You'll figure it out. I trust you. But then what we can do is we can upgrade this. So we're going to take this, turn all these on, upgrade both of these into 2 lanes, right? This is like the cheeky way of doing it. All right, see, we're already learning. Learning together. Okay, hold on. Flip this, right? And then flip this into this and this. But you're not allowed to do that. Okay, there we go. And so then we would take this and we'd go like this. And then you wouldn't be allowed to do that. And there wouldn't be crosswalks on this side, or frankly either of those sides, or on the highway interchanges, because that wouldn't make any sense. You can't turn there. You guys can do whatever you want there. There wouldn't be any lights, so autosave, get rid of that light. Oh, turn off anarchy. Get rid of this light. You would just kind of go do your thing. But now we have an extra kind of meandering exit, this like Laurel kind of meadow highway section. You also come down and you can do, okay, this is great. That's another one. Now here we want to do something. I think we had an interchange. We had Emerson kind of connecting up to this. So we had like an exit that went down and connected into here. That I know we had. I think. Screw it. I have no idea anymore. I'm like barely holding it together over here. This is taxing. Okay. This. Better yet, I mean, I know it's not like the right way to do it, but I like dragging them out from here and then kind of connecting them back in and then just rotating them. I know it's not necessarily easier, but I think that just curve looks nicer. Now, why are you guys in the road? Anarchy was off a second ago. Also, I don't want to speak too soon, but it definitely looks like there's maybe been a few improvements to the bulldoze tool. At least it feels nicer. All right, I do want to just try to upgrade this a little bit, turning this all the way off. What I really want to solve is this curve. That looks much better there. You're going to come over here. You're going to funnel right into this. Let's figure out this hoop-diddy-doop-diddy. So 1, you can't turn that way here. 2, you can't turn that way here. I wish that still had a divide. I'm not sure why it doesn't. We can turn off the lights. We don't need those. You can turn off the stop signs. We don't need those. We don't need the lights either. No right turn. Okay, great. This shouldn't be open like this. I wanted that to stay divided. I don't know why it didn't. It doesn't look like I have like a way to change that. But we are going to remove the crosswalk along the, really both those sections, frankly. This one can stay. You can walk up and down, but I mean, like, do so at your own risk here, people. Like, this is, y'all getting out of hand. All right, so then I want to then take this and send her kind of straight on up from here. Give me that 180. Can you do that? Turn off every single one of these obnoxious crosswalks and turn off this light. There's no need for a light. You're going to go this way. You're going to go that way. You're going to come this way. You're going to come this way. That makes sense. Makes total sense. All right, so then this, it's going to go from here to, I really kind of want it to go a bit more straight. And then here's where you're going to get that kind of curve into the highway. It is right before another exit, which I don't love that, but occasionally that kind of stuff happens. If we upgrade this to be 2 3-laners, it does give you that slip, but I could then again go ahead and upgrade this to like a 4. It's crossing too many lanes. That would be that'd be wild. Let's just upgrade this a bit, offset it from there. You gotta be careful doing this, as we know. I get too haphazard and then things just look crazy. But we'll leave that for now. That's fine. And then, so we have an exit, we have an entrance. I would love to actually take this and connect it back around if we can. We would have to get it to work before you get to the bridge there, though. So this would need to come to here. I think we turn off everything and we have it be a curve, right? Send it to there. That's a strange... It's too strange. It's too strange. Snap to existing geometry. Send it out and send it over like this. We've got the room. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm going to mess something up. Of all places to have like a slightly over-engineered intersection, screw it. This is it. I mean, this is literally dead space right now. All right, flip this whole thing around. I don't know what happened here. That like just doesn't look right. There we go. And again, B, like I don't have anarchy on. I didn't turn that on. Why are all these trees still here? Okay, so now you can come off of here, you can go straight, or you can turn around and you can loop up to this. I mean, is this at all possible? Anarchy's off and it lets me do it. I mean, I guess it is intersecting there, but here, we're gonna do this. Manipulation mode, marquee tool, single mode. Can I hold shift and just drag it back? Not really, but I can just drag it back. So I'm just gonna drag it back. Like whatever, that's fine. That way it's not in the way. I'll do the same thing with this because this might give somebody a heart palpitation. I mean, you would run right into that. We can't do that. Back that up. There we go. There we go. That somebody might be me. All right, that's good. Turn off anarchy. Stop turning on anarchy every time I hit bulldoze. I don't know why it does that. Is there a setting for that? Options, anarchy, prevent accidental prop culling, allow placing multiple unique buildings. For now, turn that off. I don't want that. UI, always enable anarchy with bulldoze tool. No. Oh, thank the Lord. Who made that an option? How are you doing? You holding up? She's holding up. She looks gorgeous. Now, I will say we are now not making any money. Services upkeep. We're now in the negative, y'all. We are rarely in the negative. Let's go to taxes. Let's do this. We want to see company profitability. Industrial is not very profitable at the moment, but offices and commercial are really popping off in their profits. So unfortunately for y'all, Industrial profits are going to go up to 16%. Office profits are going to go up to 18%. And we're going to see what happens there. We are going to do just a minor uptick there for residential profits. It might turn us around to have a little bit of a bonus. We are making money from electricity. It looks like the garbage is maybe finally kind of getting itself reoriented so that it is no longer producing so much of a profit. And then all this is coming from our exports. I wonder if we increase the service fee. I know that was making people happy, but they're really happy anyway. So they're bummed about the high taxes, but they love how reliable the mail service is. Maybe we need to make it a little bit less reliable. All right, now we're in the plus. Okay, I like this balance. I mean, granted, we have $79 million. So for now, this is not going to affect us that much, but it makes some of these unique buildings even more valuable because now I want to build these and get these like 5%, 2% bonuses. All right, so this is something else. It's new for sure. It's definitely new. The death wave does look like it may have subsided a bit, which is great. This now has a bit more of an interchange here. Not really used a ton, but I think once we get the pollution over here a bit more under control. I don't know if it's going down yet. I don't think it is. This still looks pretty similar. I was reading online it might take about a month, or excuse me, a season. So we're in summer now. Maybe it'll be gone by the fall. Over here, we've got an exit off the highway. We have an entrance on this way, and we have an entrance on this way. The only thing we don't have is an exit off of Myrtle. There is no reason. This is a quiet enough neighborhood, in my opinion. There's just no reason we can't do this. Take it from here. We want a straight piece here. Like, go from here to here. Bam. Right? Get over it. Your neighbors can't even move into their homes because of the pollution, and you're going to complain about a tiny little highway exit. Again, with the trees, though. I don't know what's happened. It's okay. We can go back afterwards and delete them. At least the anarchy's not on right now for the bulldoze tool. I'll figure out what's going on with that. It's probably another setting that I missed. Okay, but now we've got a whole nother highway interchange there. Great. We didn't make any changes to this, so that's fine. We did add an additional connection point here, which I think is great. We've got a bridge here. If this was elevated, we could do another one, but it's not going to be. It's no big deal. I think that's good. I'm happy we're through the death wave. The only other thing that I want to accomplish is, and this definitely might be controversial, but we're going to do it. Our budget seems to have kind of rebalanced itself. People are still happy even though they're upset about the high taxes. But I do want to make one other change here, which is we're going to switch this area here. We have a 6-lane road that goes through here to this intersection, and then it unfortunately switches into a 3-lane asymmetrical. That is just too much of a change. I think too drastically. So to get wild with it, we are going to replace this road here. I do just want to like kind of go wherever it snaps to. Does it need to be 6 though? I guess it could be a 4-laner for now. No, that's a 4-laner, and then we remove the parking to make... We're going to switch to a 4-laner. So we're going to replace this here. We do have to then move the iron press building, which I'm going to put the iron press building here. I'm fine with that. We might actually flip it around based on what we have when we keep doing this. Make this a 4-lane road as well. Make this a 4-lane road. Flip that iron press building around to be facing this way. Make this one here a 4-lane road. And then where things are going to get maybe a bit controversial is that we're going to delete this pathway, which for some reason also impacted that building. Dean Street, although has a bus line on it, it does not have a stop. So we're going to remove Dean Street and unfortunately have to remove the accompanying building. And again, here, this does not have a bus line on it, so we can remove that road entirely. We are going to connect this 4-lane avenue to this avenue here. I think it's going to be a great idea. It makes a larger intersection here. Or do we do a complex? First of all, or do we just do straight? Because like that might even just be the move here. Let's just go from here to here, call it a day. I think that's what we do. So now that Dean Street kind of cuts through the city a bit and goes all the way down, it's going to change a bit of the zoning. Not a big deal. I think what we could also consider, if we wanted, is this is the pedestrian street, a street where only foot traffic is allowed apart from service and delivery. We could consider adding this pedestrian road there and adding this pedestrian road here. Since that's what we had roads there before, but now they're pedestrian streets and service vehicles can use them, which I think is valuable. We are going to clear out the zoning, I think, in this center block here. Leave that all open. We don't have any demand for basically anything other than residential. So let's go ahead and satisfy some of that. This here, we have no demand for business, so we're going to give that residential. This, we have no demand. I am also, if you notice, I am zoning in with the higher density buildings because that's what the people want. That's what the people are going to get. I think I just messed up that building. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You're supposed to be mixed use American. You're already gone. Goodbye. All right, you guys want some residential, although you don't actually want residential anymore, but you're there now. So whenever you're ready to build, we're ready for you. Let's give this just a nice little cap off here with some trees. There are some bus stops, but I think that this whole road up to the roundabout, I will anarchy this in if I have to. Good God have mercy. Anarchy off? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it on. But I wanna give this whole little avenue a tree line up until Dean Street, as well as grass. I think that will look nice. Can't do that on those, which is fine. And then just anarchy the grass there as well. Okay, so now we have like a new pass through for the city. Now we've got an extension here for Dean Street that then turns into Laurel Street for a second and then becomes Butler, but I think that's a better just way to get through the whole city. We've got some new highway connections, which is awesome. Got one there, got one there, got some Spaghetti Junction little guy over here, but she's working nicely. We are all connected up to the main highway. There's no longer a traffic jam over here. This is looking great. Our population's growing, our finances are not, and now we're going to figure out how to someone's going to need to deal with that crime. So good luck, guys. Get on it.